This is Krishna disguised himself as a female barber. His name is Muralika. In Sanskrit, the word for barber is natani, I think. I think natani. I think so. I don't know. Do you have any idea? Barber. I think it's natani. I don't know. Look up. Type in Google Sanskrit for barber. Type in your search your Google Sanskrit word for barber. I heard something. I read somewhere some shastra. Do you know?
The one that comes to do that main English word, it's napitani.
Navitarani is not. I was confused. I was thinking Navitani is manicure. The lady, yeah, I was thinking Navitani. There's a lady, her Seva Govi does manicure. You know, takes care around his fingernails. You know, cutting and trimming and all, painting and all that stuff. It's called Navitani. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, it's Navitani. But I remember I read that word in Sanskrit, Navitani. I saw a Tulsi prayer. Navitani Shapapani. Yadi Kani Navitani. Yadi Kani Navitani. Yeah, my brain's all crazy time, you know. I see connections everywhere, this way, that way. All the connections are supposed to make it spark. Like you connect wires the wrong way, they spark. All my connections are supposed to make a joke, you know. So I connect this thing, that thing. Yani Kani Navitani. So what is Yani Kani Navitani? So that's just the way my brain works. It's just crazy brain. You know? So what happened to Krishna disguised as a female barber? Which was the word?
Napitaha.
Navitaha. Is it masculine or feminine or new?
Masculine barber.
Is there a feminine barber? Navitarani or what?
Napitani.
What's the feminine?
Feminine.
There's a name, Antav Shai, Shuri, Divakirti, Mundi.
Mundi means shave your head. You got your Mundi, I Mundi, Mundi, I Mundi. Come on, go get with it. We're trying to look up the word in Sanskrit for barber. It's an important part of the story here. It's all tangential excursion here. What is the pun?
Not showing the female.
What's masculine?
Napitaha.
Navitaha. It sounds like close to Navitani Chapa. Okay, that's the story. Let's delete that. Come on, get deleted. So all this other stuff. One day, once upon a time, Krishna met Brinda Devi. And Krishna said, "Oh Saki, I'm drowning in an ocean of grief." Sound familiar?
Yes, good.
Drowning in an ocean of grief. Brinda Devi, please save me. My heart is crying. How can I attain the love of my life? That's everyone's question. But what you have in your hand ain't it. Whoever you have in your hand and you call your love ain't it. So we all have the same question. How can I attain the love of my life? It's my fault, but what to do now, Brinda Devi? So Krishna's saying he's not right because it's his fault. Krishna goes on, Brinda Devi, I'm a great offender. But my Kishori is very merciful. People say she's Kurumai.
Yes.
I'm suffering in separation. I'm suffering in separation. I'm suffering in separation from Radharani. Krishna's not the only one. You ever heard that? You guys are too busy Russian film studio. Yeah. called in a support team from Sweden, all the way from Sweden, support team. Rudedevi, please save my life and reunite me with Radharani. Rudedevi said, Krishna, Sham, oh Shamju, Sham, the fire of Radharani's Mahan is increasing more and more. Who can possibly approach Radharani and pour the ghee of humility upon the fire of anger? Radharani has closed her ears and refuses to hear anything. She even considers her black hair to be equal to poison. Her black hair is poison. Why? Reminds her of Shyam Sundar. Radharani has stopped going to the Yamuna. Why? Reminds her of Shyam Sundar, Kalindi, Yamuna. She will not open her eyes after the sun sets. Because the nighttime is called Shamko. Shamko Ratko. She doesn't want to see any Shamko Ratko. And she has banished all Sakhis with blackish complexion or names like Shamala. She's banished them all, and they're not allowed in her Sangha. She threw away her blue sapphire necklace. I wish she'd throw it this way. She threw away her blue sapphire necklace. You wouldn't do that. Why? As it reminds her of Neela Madhav. She broke a black colored cage to free the parrots. The parrots were in a black cage. So she broke the cage and freed the parrots. She uprooted a tamal tree that she was personally taking care of. Ecology people wouldn't like that. There was a tamal tree, and the bark of the tamal tree reminds her of Krishna's complexion. So she broke the tree down. Not recommended. She has smeared sandalwood over all dark pictures and trembles with anger when she sees the blue sky. She looks to see the blue sky in the daytime. The nighttime she doesn't look at night, and in the daytime the blue sky she's trembling with anger. She's really in Mahanidhi Radharani. Meanwhile, Krishna, hearing this, starts crying and trembling. And with a trembling heart, he says, "Oh, Vrinda, how can I meet my lover?" Vrindadevi says, "Listen, I'll give you an idea. You should dress yourself as a lady barber. And you can go and paint Rai's feet. You can go and paint Radharani's lotus feet. Because barbers do that. They paint feet and do stuff. Cut hair. Diversified portfolio. From head to toe. They cover from head to toe. They cut the hair and they paint the feet. Or they paint the hair and cut the feet. No, some ladies paint their hair, they dye their hair. So the barber has to know how to dye hair, otherwise he has a big job in India. There's 1 billion people who dyed hair in India. So sometimes you have to paint the hair and cut the feet. Toenails. So, Krishna is disguised as a female barber. He has ketiki flowers in her braid, and wearing a beautiful nose ring, and all ornaments. And they showed the beautiful form of Shami in a mirror. Taking a box of kumkum, Krishna waited for Radharani near the border of Yavat. Lita saw this heavenly damsel standing near the border of Yavat, and she said, "Oh, beautiful lady, you live in Braj, or where do you live?" And the female barber, alias Shamali, "I live in Mathura. I am a Prem Kagalini, beggar of Prem. I have come to color the feet of Kishori." Vrishabhanandi is famous as Rasheshri and Kamalini, Lita said. Our Shrimati is very sad. She's not interested in any ornaments or decorating her feet. She's very angry with Krishna. Her body is burning. So even if he rubs sandalwood or musk on all her body, it will just dry up and flake off her body. Then Shamali, the female barber, says, "Oh, Lalita." No, now he's talking about Radharani. She's talking about Radharani. "Oh, Srimati, give up your sadness. Your moon-like face looks black. My heart breaks to see it. Oh, Rasarangani, please give up your man. Oh, Radharani, your beautiful hair, please be merciful to me. Don't be angry in your mind." Speaking words of consolation, Shamali begins to clean Radharani's nails and coloring her feet. But while Shamali, Krishna disguised as a female barber, is putting black dye around his feet, his hands start shaking. I wonder why. What's the big deal? He's touching around his feet. Mahavasropini. He's like electrified. Got an electric shock ran up his spinal column. Hit his Sahasrapama chakra and blew out of puncture petals. And then, so meanwhile, the female barber wrote while Shamali was painting Radharani's feet. She was painting, and she took the red lac dye and wrote the name Sham. So, seeing it, Radharani pulled her foot back, became angry, very angry at the female barber, Shamali. With great indignation, Radharani said, "Who taught you to write this name? You're such a shameless lady. Get out from here." The fearful Shamali, the female barber, chanted Radharani's name with tears in her eyes. And Krishna ran away. Radharani blew him right out. He made a mistake, right? He gave himself away, I guess. So Krishna ran out to the forest crying in separation and met Vrindadevi again.
Oh.
And he said, "Oh, Vrindadevi, it didn't work. You told me to be a female barber, Radharani, and I accidentally painted Radharani's feet like you told me to do. By painting my name, I couldn't resist putting my name on Radharani's feet. And then Radharani got angry, "What is this?" and threw me out. So you have any other bright ideas? He said, "Okay, you have to accept the dress of a Malini." A Malini means a female lady florist. Female lady makes garlands. Oh, Vrindadevi, how you suggest another disguise? Because your last attempt was a failure. Radharani got angry and drove me away. Vrindadevi, "Shan, don't be helpless." So Vrindadevi dressed up Krishna again and ornamented Krishna as a beautiful with makar earrings and red alta on her feet, nose pearl, white sari. Krishna looked so beautiful. You could. Krishna looked so beautiful, he could even disturb the mind of a sannyasi. That's not so hard to do anyway. What's the big thing about that? Happens all the time. So, Brindadevi gave whoever, Mahanidhi, Lady Flowers, Mahanidhi, gave her a basket full of flower garlands, Malati, Madhavi, Ketaki, Bakul, Champak, etc. In a blissful mood, then Mahanidhi, Krishna, entered Radharani's home in Yavat to give her some olives. Seeing a beautiful Mahanidhi with blackish complexion, Vishaka said, "Where have you come from?" You can't say, Krishna never says Braj. He always says Mathura, because he says Braj. Everybody in Braj knows everybody in Braj. So there you go, so they can't say I'm from Braj. What part of Braj? From Basanti Gram. No, I know everybody with Basanti. Mukrai, I know everybody with Mukrai. Unshiga, I know Kamai. Yeah, so Mathura. They never, the Gopis never go to Mathura. They don't know anything about Mathura. I was born in Mathura without fear of constant. Now I moved to Braj. This is Krishna disguised as a female Mali, Malini, flower lady. I'm talking to Radharani. Talking to Vishaka. So Mali says, "Where's Radharani? I bought so many nice garlands for her." Lita says, "Radharani's not feeling good today. Your blue flower malas will not please her. We don't need any flowers now. Radharani is not bathed, nor has she done Sriya Puja, because the Rahu planet, Rahagram of Man, is now attacking the Radha star." So Lalita took she took some white malas, no blue ones. She took white malika, malati, and white champak, and she put it around Radharani. Radharani became very happy to receive garlands from Lita. So then the Lady Flowers said, Radharani, why don't you wear sapphire bangles? They would look good on your golden wrist." And then the Lady Flowers said, "How come I don't see any dark complexioned gopis in your assembly? And I don't see in your courtyard here. There was once a tamal tree. I don't see it there anymore. Where's it gone? Moreover, all the dark colored paintings in your house are covered by sandalwood paste." Then the Lady Flowers tried to offer a blue lily mala to Radharani, saying, "This will help you remember Krishna and make you feel better." As soon as Radharani saw the mala, she became angry and threw the garland away. "What do you say, you nonsense person? Get out of here!" But Krishna ran away, went back to the forest. Van Bihari Sham Ki. And again met Brindadevi.